In Leningrad, they, the children, discovered early what it was to bury a mother or a father. One of the children, Tanya Savicheva, kept a diary throughout the siege. Zhenya died December 28, 12:30 in the morning, 1941. Grandma died January 25th at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Uncle Vasya died April 13th at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1942. Loka died March 17th at 5 o'clock in the morning, 1942. Uncle Losha, May 10th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 1942. Mama, May 13th at 7:30 in the morning, 1942. The Savichevs died. All died. Only Tanya is left. And then, too, Tanya died. Today in Leningrad, the memories are not allowed to die. This is Piskarov's cemetery. It's quiet now in this great expanse of Leningrad soil, in spite of the visitors. A fitting quiet. For 600,000 people are buried here, some say more. The total number of dead from the Siege of Leningrad may have been as high as 1 million, and most were claimed by famine. Today in Leningrad, it's difficult to find anyone, any family, who did not lose a loved one during the 900 days. This tragedy will never be forgotten by those who survived. No disaster ever visited on a city exceeds in magnitude or intensity the suffering of those 900 days. I returned the bread that you gave me. The mothers recall what they lost, the young, the innocent, the brave. As 1943 began, the Nazis reaped the whirlwind. Hitler had conquered other cities in days, other countries in weeks. Leningrad had defied him, invincible. Now she would reply. Some of Hitler's troops eventually did enter Leningrad, but not as conquerors. The first major Soviet offensive launched nearly 200,000 men on two fronts on the Germans in their defensive positions of concrete and steel, some 3 stories deep in the ground. When the Russian pincers met, they had punched a corridor to the outside. Leningrad was no longer an island. Leningrad had survived an ordeal that had started 6 months before Pearl Harbor and extended until 6 months before the Normandy invasion. The 900-day siege of Leningrad, the longest ever endured by a modern city, had come to an end. The Nazis had left hundreds of thousands of Leningraders homeless, destroyed 526 schools, 101 museums, 71 bridges, 1,000 factories, inflicted $80 billion worth of physical destruction, taken 1 million lives. The poet Olga Berkovs wrote, "From the place of death and ashes will rise the garden as before. I firmly believe in miracles. You gave me that belief, my Leningrad." But as they savored their deliverance, there was still more than a year of fighting facing Leningrad. Longer still to the end of the unknown war. Our next story, to the east. An heroic movement of people, entire factories, treasures, equipment of all kinds beyond the Urals and into Siberia. There, everything was reassembled to build anew for the fight against Germany. It was one of the least known struggles in the unknown war.